Liberty Flames coming off a 2-1 weekend in the Atlanta Challenge to open the college baseball season, and we're visiting now with the head coach of the Flames, Jim Toman. Coach, a couple of wins against Georgia State this weekend. Dramatics in the ninth inning in game number 1. You guys down to your last strike. Sankey off the bench with a 3-run bomb to tie it.
Yeah, I told him in the dugout that you got to pinch hit and hit one out to left. The wind was blowing out to left, and nothing against Dalton. You know, Dalton was swinging the bat really well, and he's a veteran, but we needed someone to pull the ball in the air. And obviously with Dalton being a left-handed hitter, we thought Becker had a better chance to lift one, and it didn't look too good because he got 2 strikes on him pretty quick, and then, boy, he hit it a long ways, and it was a no-doubter, and that pretty much changed the course of the entire weekend for the guys, and we got on a roll from there, and were able to sweep that doubleheader.
Yeah, it really did, and the ball just started flying out of the yard for the rest of the afternoon in that second game as well. But it seems like you've got a little bit of a touch for these ninth inning decisions here. You go back to last year with Andrew Yasik with the pinch hit bomb. I mean, what's it like when you're down there in the dugout? I mean, do you just go off of a gut feeling? Is it just looking at numbers? I mean, what is it?
You look at the wind and you look at who's the power guy and who can hit one out, who can change the course of the game in one swing. And if you have a singles guy up there, it's no good. So you got to get a big, strong guy up there, and you hope that he gets one up in the air. And that's what Yasik did last year, and Becker did the same thing. So I don't think it's any guru coaching decisions. You just put a big, strong guy up there and hope that it works.
And then Sean Clowers coming in with 3 innings as well in relief there, and then 2 innings to start the next game as well. You knew Sean was going to start the next game, but how confident were you that he could go back out there after sitting in between games and still do what he did?
Well, some of his innings in the first part of the doubleheader were just as long as the wait. We played 30 minutes right after the first game was over, so we knew that if we got him up one time and played catch a little bit, that he'd be fine for 2 or 3 more innings. So we decided to put him back out there, and he was fine. He did a great job. It seems like when we put Lyons and Clowers and them guys in the games that good things happen, and it happened last year. So we need to get back to pitching them guys a little bit more in crucial situations, and it just seems like Clowers gets out there and, the guys feed off of him. He does well, and then I think the offense picks up a little bit when he's out there too.
Yeah, we saw Jared Lyons in relief this weekend as well. He looked pretty good out there. And then Michael Stafford also looked good in his appearance on Saturday. Overall, what did you think of the pitching staff?
It was pretty good. Well, obviously, we didn't get our starting pitchers the first 2 games didn't have their normal good outings. So it was a little bit difficult there. But the relievers, for the most part, all of them pitched pretty well. And so that was encouraging. We got, I think, 10 or 11 guys out there to pitch, and 7 or 8 of the relievers did really well. So it was encouraging to see that. And, we've got a couple games coming up here that it looks like weather-wise we might not get all of them in. So we're going to have to sit down with Coach Quinn and decide on who we're starting this coming weekend.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to ask you. Everything's still kind of fluid right now, so there is a chance the rotation could change this weekend then.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to make any drastic changes, but it's kind of early in the season, and we're not really – the pitchers' arms aren't quite in good enough shape right now to really to change a whole lot. But we're going to sit down and make a decision, and whatever's best for the team and winning games is what obviously we want to do. But we haven't made that decision yet.
You had some young guys contribute out there this weekend as well. I think about Josh Close with the 2-run triple against Georgia State on Saturday. That had to be good to see with a young man having battled injuries all of last year. And then Josh Barrick put a couple of good swings on the ball as well.
Yeah, I had some new guys step up, and we think that Josh is going to be a good player for us. Obviously, we didn't expect him to be playing that early. Shepard got hurt in the first game, and Shepard's one of our better players. But if you recall, Josh was up there with 2 strikes on him and 2 outs in that game as well before we hit the home run. And he ended up getting hit by a pitch, which he did a lot in the fall. So he kept that inning alive, and he gave Becker a chance to win it for us or tie it for us.
Yeah, him and Nick Paxton cut from the same cloth, perhaps, there as far as that goes.
Yeah, Paxton is like a magnet out there.
Yeah, I feel sorry for that guy, but he gets the job done, no less. Well, looking ahead to this weekend, tentatively right now, doubleheader, St. John's and East Carolina on Saturday. No Michigan here this weekend, but a couple of good programs. St. John's traditionally has been very good. East Carolina as well down in Greenville.
Yeah, they're both quality opponents, and we'll have to play well. I wish we were playing all 3 games. Right now it looks like we're playing a doubleheader on Saturday, and it's better than not getting any games in. Obviously the weather is bad all around the country, and a lot of teams are scrambling to try to find games right now. But right now it looks like we're going to play a doubleheader on Saturday.
And also, real quickly, just to touch on what you said, Will Shepard, the ankle injury this past weekend, how's he looking right now?
You know what? After he did it, we thought, boy, he must have broke something, and it's going to be a long process to get back. But the next day, he was walking on it, putting a little pressure on it, and we're hoping that as early as this weekend, he can get back. Now, that'll be a decision that'll be made by the doctors and our trainer.
All right, very good, Coach. Appreciate the time. Look forward to catching up with you again this weekend.
Okay, appreciate it, Nick.
That's the head coach of the Liberty Flames, Jim Toman. For the Liberty Flames Sports Network, I'm Nick Pierce.